Hey, Tron. Just gonna wait for folks to join us here a little bit. Mm. Hey, Joe. Morning. Morning. Morning, X. Just well, I just want to make sure I affect as many people as possible. Tron. Nothing. Nothing more than that. Morning, Ziggy. Morning, Frizu. Morning, Project. Yeah, I just gotta wait here, guys. I do have the risk disclosure up, and so feel free to peruse the risk disclosure. You're getting an echo. I don't know why that would be. Morning, Mike. Morning, Ziggy. Yes, yes. I don't leave anybody out. I'm a equal opportunity person. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So while we're waiting here, guys, if you want to peruse the risk disclosure here, again, I'm here not in any sort of advisory capacity here. Strictly education. Information provided is not intended as investment advice. So you can go ahead and take a look at the risk disclosure. And then once we get, I guess what I kind of consider kind of critical mass here, we'll get started here. We'll get started here in a couple of minutes, guys. Yes, absolutely, Ziggy. If you're open to learn, I'm open to teach. Yeah, so guys, while you're waiting, if you're new to the group, I don't see any new people. I think most of the people are folks that I've seen in these sessions before. But if you are new and it's something that, oh, there's maybe somebody who's new. Hey, Hima, if you are new, I guess before consider thinking about subscribing to the channel. Oh, you're not new? Oh, you're from Discord? Okay, fair enough. Got a lot of names that go through my groupings group calls, so I apologize if there's Sergey. I know Sergey. Yeah, don't be if what I have to share here resonates and you appreciate the content that I'm providing, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel as well as give me a like or two to kind of continue to encourage me to come out here and provide this content to you guys. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started here, guys. I do want to get through this before we get too far into the markets because gold is already underway. So you see the risk disclosure. Display that here for now 5 minutes. We're going to forego me reading to you guys. I'll let you guys review the disclosure. Okay. So we like we start with every session. We start with the news. Okay. All right. Just gonna double check, make sure it's visible to everybody. Yes, looks like it is. All right. So we're gonna take a look at the calendar. Not the economic calendar. I meant to choose. Did I choose earnings? Looks like I did. Yeah, economic calendar. Okay, and then I'm going to try to filter out as much of the news here. It's limited to just the U.S. here, guys. and 2 and 3-star events, and then we'll go ahead and hit apply. Go back to the top, close this guy off here, and see what news we have. Okay, so basically we just have 2-star. Okay, so nothing really of significance here to worry about as far as news is concerned. Although I would say Fridays are one of those trading days that I would say that I wouldn't want to be involved too much in the afternoon session. Just because the participants in the markets that we need to help us move the market to the direction or align ourselves in the direction of our trades often leave the markets. Okay, and as a result, it creates a market that probably doesn't have the participants we need to support our trades. Okay, so just want to keep that in mind as you progress through the day. I know for myself, I'm probably going to be more focused in the morning than I am in the afternoon. If there's opportunities that present themselves that are aligned with location, okay, specifically location is kind of what I'm looking for, and then I get the reaction that I'm expecting, then possibly, but certainly you want to keep that in mind. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Okay, so we went the news here, so let's go ahead and take a look at some charts. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start off with the gold market. Again, I'll double confirm that everybody can see my charts. I believe so. Good morning, everyone. See some more names. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and start off with the market that has opened first. Okay, so we won't look at a 2-minute chart because we're not really looking for an opportunity at the moment. We're just trying to figure out exactly what the general context of the market is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove some lines here. Always like a fresh, as Picasso would say. Oh, I don't know if he would say this, but as most artists would say, they like to work on a fresh canvas, right? Not necessarily something that they've been working on for some time, I guess. So you can see here that we've been in a very strong, move to the upside. I will say that it seems to me that we are showing a little bit of, how you say, tiredness, as we get up to this 2420, 2440 levels. I feel like the market is kind of like, rounding up here up at the top. Okay. A lot more, candle wicks on the selling side. All right. The bodies are not as strong, as it went up, or maybe the market is not as vertical as it has been in recently. Okay. So seeing a little bit of rounding here, kind of looking over the top. I'm not going to look to the left because I know that we are at, kind of uncharted territory when it comes to gold here, or price wise. Okay. So we're making new inroads into areas that we have not been before. Okay. So market remains bullish, but again, I see a little bit of a rounding, potentially rounding top here. Okay. So let's take a look at the 4-hour, see what the 4-hour has to say here. Okay. So the 4-hour looks like we've already reached ADR. Okay. Sometime, well, at the close of the session yesterday. So a lot of strength in the market, and then it was met with a lot of selling here. Okay. So we are at a supply level. It created a very strong reaction. Okay. Here at the beginning yesterday, right? And now we're down close to potentially an area of demand here. Okay. If I had to draw an area of demand, this might be a location where I might consider drawing something along those lines. Probably not in yellow, a little green color here. Okay, so looks like we might be in a little bit of a demand. We are reacting away from it as we speak. Although this candle is yet to close. It won't close until the end of the session today. Okay, we are below VWAP. All right. So that's another kind of indicator that maybe the sellers might be in control, at least temporarily, in the market here. Okay. So let's go ahead and move to the 30-minute. Okay. So see what the 30-minute has to say. again, we're starting, again, you see hopefully what I'm seeing, okay? And you see multiple attempts, multiple reversals off of this area here at 2388, 2390, okay? Multiple reversals away from this area here, okay? Um, so it appears that 2388 is an important level, all right? And we should respect it until it's broken. We have like 3 attempts here off of 2388, okay? This one is probably the strongest of all of them. And we are in the process of doing the same. Now, at some point, this 2388 level is going to get broken. When that's going to happen, that's to be determined. But for now, this level is something that is being respected, okay? All right, let's take a look before I call out the ADR and high ADR low. Let's go ahead and take a look at fixed range volume profile. Let's go back to the, see, I'm going to have to go a little further here. All right, Thursday, this is not it right there, right? Maybe about right there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my tool, highlight the 830 candle, drag that across to the 430 candle. Here we are. Okay, so kind of hovering right around value area low. Okay, we actually we just closed inside of it, and we are reversing a little bit away from settlement price. Okay, so if the context of the market is bearish and we're coming from below into a reference area like settlement price, well, we're kind of at an area where we could potentially, support a short. Okay. As far as at least be able to manage our risk here a little bit. Okay. Me personally would like to see more than just a wick away from this area. I would like to see on a 15-minute chart a candle like this, right? A little candle like this that ends up closing bearish, and then potentially support a continued move to the downside. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for right now, based on what I'm seeing in the candle formations. Okay, up against a level of importance. Settlement price is one of those levels. Okay, so settlement in this case is, what is it? 2398. Again, this 2400 level comes back again. Okay, this 24, we are reversing away from 2400. If you attended my session yesterday, we talked about the importance of psychological levels. 2400 is a whole number. It's a level that appears to be carrying a bit of weight with the market participants. Okay, somebody does not want to see price above 2400. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in our prices here. So we have ADR high here at 2416.9, 2416.9. We have ADR low at what is ADR low? Not even on the chart. ADR low is 2371.2, 71.2, and then we just talked about settlement price, and that's 2398. Okay, settle is 2398. Okay, so we are developing some price action that would indicate that maybe we are looking to go lower in gold. For me personally, I'd like to see this. I'd like to wait to see how this candle finishes, this 50-minute candle, before I start to move to a lower time frame chart to support my entries. Okay, so if I'm more of a buyer of the market, well, I need to look for something below me. Okay, this area right here, 2388, is one of those levels. Now, the question is it going to continue to be supportive? We've had one, two, maybe three attempts at this, okay? And each time it's created a little bit of a reaction. Is 2388 going to hold today? Okay. All right. So let's see. Yeah. So as always, guys, I'm going to be looking at extremes. If I'm a buyer, here's an extreme, at least short term. Settlement price, VWAP, ADR exhaustion to the upside are all areas where I could potentially take a short in the market. Okay, and it's aligned with the general direction of the trend on the 30-minute chart. Okay, so we have an initial balance range. That's the initial balance edges will offer me some areas to participate in the market. Okay, on the top side, we're looking at 23, maybe 23.99.5, 23.99.4, top end of the initial balance range. Bottom end, if this remains, IB edge here could be another area that could provide me maybe some support. I see a demand level at 23.92.4. That's an area that could provide some support for some continued action to the upside. So just some areas to pay attention to. For now, I would say that we would want to continue to monitor this bearish engulfing that we're seeing on 15-minute chart and see if it manages to hold. If it does manage to hold against this reference level, I don't have to take a whole lot of risk. Okay, I see that this area is an area that has been resistant in the past, and it can continue to be resistant. Okay, all right. Let's see if there's anybody here has any questions. Using the tool for fair value areas. Okay, so 2388 is the top of that bottom. Okay. SR is okay. Still sellers at 20. Yes, still sellers at 2400. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the crude oil market, and that's about to open here in a minute or two. Okay, same kind of. Just want to double check, make sure you see what I'm seeing. All right, so I'm going to go open this up here, and I'm going to start with the daily. Just kind of quick view of the daily, get a feel for what the market is trying to do, right? And it's my job, our job as traders, to align ourselves with the general direction of the market. That's what we're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, we don't have the funds to move markets. We have to kind of react to what the market participants are doing, and in my humble opinion, ride their coattails as much as we can. Okay, so crude oil continues to make a trek lower. All right, we're starting to break some structure here to the downside. Okay, well, where can this stop? Well, it could stop around the 80 level. 80, and historically has been an area of support. Okay, it's a level that, and it's also a psychological level. So this 80 level, if I were interested in a reversal, 80 would be my next kind of price to consider that. Okay, if not, well, I'm looking below here at around 77. Okay, maybe down to 75. These are all daily levels that could provide us some reversals. How do I arrive at these levels? Well, I'm just looking to the left. I look at where price is right now. I look to the left and ask myself, where do I see some congestion? Where do I see some buyers? Well, where do I see buyers? Well, I see buyers around 80. I see buyers around 76. I see buyers around 75. Okay, so that's where the targets for some of these markets. Now, I'm at a level right now, right around 81 down to 80, where price could potentially reverse. This is another area. Okay, all right, but we are starting to develop some structure here that could lead to lower prices. Looking at the 4-hour, similar kind of thing. We have a series of bearish candles here, right? 1, 2, 3, and we're on the verge of potentially breaking, right? Some structure here to the downside. You could see that somebody is potentially buying at these levels. Somebody feels that maybe 81 might not be a bad price for me to participate in the market. Okay, with respect to crude oil. Okay. See anything else here that I'm seeing? Let's go ahead to 30. Okay, 30-minute chart. Here we are, kind of rounding down by ADR. Okay, We're close to the ADR level, and we're starting to see, some action that would indicate it could reverse from these levels. Okay. Um, we have the initial balance range is about to is being developed as we speak. So we'll go ahead and locate try to do both here. Try to locate the bar here that I need to start this my volume profile. Okay, there it is. So I'm gonna locate my fixed range volume profile tool. Click on that, and here's my opening bar from Thursday. Drag that across to the closing bar. All right, and we are below value here, right? You see, price is below this bottom bar here, which is the bottom of value from yesterday. So who's in control? Well, the bears, right? It's the price has broken some structure here to the downside. So I will be looking at settlement price, value area low, as areas for potential resistance. Now, if it does accept inside value, okay, then we have, the potential of a value area acceptance play all the way through, all the way up to 8250. Okay. Ultimately, the best location for a short would be this ADR zone. Um, and we obviously have the potential to participate in some of that move. Okay. We have VWAP way above us. Okay. Price does not like to stay away from Viva very long before it wants to make a traversal back. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up and kind of call out our levels here. So we're going to go ADR high here at let's call this let's call this 82.97. Okay, 82.97 is ADR high. ADR low is, let's call it, looks like it's pretty much like 81. Okay, and then we have settlement at what is it? 82.10. 82.10. That is what I'm seeing here. Okay. All right. So those are these levels that I'm going to be paying attention to. All right. Like I said, we do have the developing initial balance. Okay, you're starting to, looks like, catch some folks maybe that are looking to potentially continue this move to the downside, right? So again, right, how do I monitor these or how do I manage these markets? Well, I'd like to see, right, here I am, right, here's my Picasso, right, I'm drawing my little channel. As long as we remain in this channel, I'm not really interested in anything else other than short. Okay. I am coming into a level. Maybe it's going to come down here and really test ADR before it decides that it wants to reverse. Okay. But as long as I stay in this channel, I have to sit on my hands or participate to the downside. That's there's only two options that I have available to me. Okay. All right. Let's take a quick peek. Cannot redirect a river. You just have to go with the flow. Absolutely, TT Washer. We are just how do you say, a grain of sand in an ocean. Okay, that's pretty much what we are. All right, so we're not going to move markets. Okay, we're going to have to identify who the major players are and in what direction they want to take the market, and find ways within our risk parameters to participate in it. Okay. All right. Let's go back and now let's go ahead and move on to the market. Next, equities. Okay. So let's click here again and share. And I'm going to go ahead here and locate NASDAQ. Okay. And of course, I don't know why. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and maximize this. So here we are already kind of reversing off of settlement. Market is still not open at 605, but we are at a level that is of interest here. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the daily. What does the daily tell us? Well, the daily's telling us we're down. Okay, now we are starting to see some reaction off of what? Again, guys, markets don't go up or down forever. What they try to locate is places where they've been before. Okay, and there was a place here at 17,200, right? You can see here on the left hand side that this was an area where we've had buying. Okay, and where did it go to? Well, it went to that point, and sure enough, it's reversing away from it. Okay, right? So again, if you have any doubts about where the market's going, well, go to a higher time frame chart and locate a congestion area. Okay, locate an area of consolidation and look for candles that move away from that area in whatever direction you're looking to participate. Okay, so we're at a daily level. We have another daily level here below us. Okay, at 16,700, but right now it's reacting away from the first one. Okay, now is it able to sustain that? We'll have to see. But for now, it is reacting away from it. Buyers are interested at these levels. Okay, 4-hour chart. Again, we have a series of bullish candles here. Okay, still technically, I would say we have not really broken any serious structure to the upside. Okay, right? We're still in this kind of bearish channel to the, but if we do get above this, then there's a chance that we can maybe head back, look at other congestion areas above us. But for one step at a time, right? We need to first see this price action break above. Okay. Black screen, really? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, everything went black. Okay, how about now? You guys see my screen now? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't understand why it went black, guys. All right. Okay, so 4-hour chart again, guys. We have a series of candles. We're still in the very bearish channel to the downside. Would need to see that we get price. We need to see price above this channel before would really seriously entertaining long. Otherwise, our best course of action here is just to follow this the yellow brick road, so to speak, right? And follow whatever the channel is telling us. In this case, the channel is telling us lower. Okay. All right. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay. We're kind of in the middle, already reacting away from settlement. Okay. 20 some odd minutes before the market is supposed to open here. So I'm going to go ahead and locate the, what is it? The 930 bar from Thursday. Okay. And let's see where that is. And I think that's it right there. And move that over to the 1330 bar. And here we are just below. Now, the interesting thing here is that we are reacting not only away from settlement, but also value area low. Okay. Another little point that it indicates that maybe we are going to be heading for lower pricing. Okay. As we either head into the market or into the market. Okay. So if I'm a seller, I'm at a level now. If I'm a buyer, well, I need to wait for maybe ADR low or VWAP. Okay. Maybe down to this support level. These are all buy areas. Okay. If I'm a seller, I'm at an area. If we manage to get above, I have ADR and value area high. So what are these levels? Well, let's take a look. So I'm going to open up my text window and we'll take a look at where these levels are. So we have 17,691 ADR, 17,691.25, I think it was. Okay. ADR low is, what is that? 17,360, 17,3, let's call it 369. 17,369, 17,369, and then settlement is, let's open it up here and get an exact number here. So 17,547, 17,547, 25. Okay. All right. So I think we have a good view. I think a picture, at least a couple of hypos. Like I said, we are at an area where we could potentially expect a continuation of this move down. All right. Now, okay. The question is, do we want to wait for the market to open before we make that kind of decision? I'm not sure I necessarily want to participate when maybe for some volatility in price, but we are at a level that could provide that support. Now, an opposing view would say, well, coach, are we in a bullish channel to the upside? I said, yeah, absolutely, we are. But if we do manage to close below this bullish channel, then we have a greater likelihood of heading lower. Right. So that's kind of how I deal with that little conundrum. Right. So let's see here. Big green box is no, I believe it's not. I believe it's a supply area that I drew, Siggy. The green, the smaller green is the ADR level. The bigger green is me locating a demand zone. Okay. Yeah. Something happened. I don't know. I can't explain why the computer does what it does, but how do I draw the anchored volume profile? I will show you as we get into. You want to see this demand zone? This demand zone, I believe, is either coming from the daily or the 4-hour. Okay, so if you look at the 4-hour, okay, and you look to the left, why am I drawing this here? Let's see, daily. Let's look at the daily. It's coming off the daily. Okay, this is a daily zone. Okay, so this horizontal bar is coming from a daily area. You look to the left, you see a buyer. Okay, hopefully that answers your question, Rebel. Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's take a look at the ES here. So let's go back. Let's type in ES here. ES. Okay, here we are. Almost an exact replica, guys. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these drawings because, all right, so almost exact replica of the demand zone that I was drawing on the NASDAQ. Okay, here we are. This is the demand zone. Why? Because we've had price leave a consolidation area, and now we're reacting away from it. So this is a demand zone. Okay, this price here at 49.60, around 5,000, or somewhere in between 49.60 and 5,000. Okay. So looking at again, similar kind of view. We're in a downtrend. Okay, coming into an area of demand. 4-hour. In a downtrend, reacting off of that same demand zone that I had highlighted. But again, I'm not interested in this until I see some break of structure. If candles cannot break the structure, I have no interest at all in the long. Okay, market needs to prove to me that it has the resources to make this happen. If it's just going to go up to the edge of the bearish channel, well, they just gave me a good place to a lower risk location for me to participate in a short. Okay, that's all it's given me, nothing more. Now, could I trade from the bottom of the channel to the top? You could, but that's a scalp for me. I'm not interested in scalp. I'm trying to get into a trend that's going to sustain here for half hour or more. Okay. So yeah, 4 hours down, coming up, reacting off of demand level. We just highlighted on the daily. 30-minute. Same kind of deal. I mean, like I said, if it didn't say ES, I would say that we're in the same market as the Nasdaq. Again, reacting off of settlement price, right? Exact, almost a mirror, not even a exact replica of what we're seeing on the Nasdaq. Okay, just different prices. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fixed range volume profile, and we're going to locate the 930 bar from Thursday. I think that's it right there. Drag that across to the 1330 bar, and we are a little bit further in, I would say. Okay, we are in the value area. Okay, we're at settlement and point of control happen to be the same. We are inside value. Okay, and we are reacting away from it. Okay, so again, we are in a bullish channel, right? Bullish channel to the upside. Okay, if we stay in the bullish channel, I have no business in going short. All right. If this breaks to the downside, then yeah, I can entertain something that will take me back down to VWAP, down to ADR low. All right. So let's understand what these levels are. So let's take a look at ADR high. ADR high looks like it's 50. ADR high is 5084. Okay, 58 ADR high 5084. Okay, ADR low. Low is 5010. What's that? Yeah, 501025. 501025. And then settlement is, open this up, let the indicator do its thing. Let the indicator tell me what it is. It looks like it's 5049. Okay, 5049. All right. So we have our price levels that we're going to be focusing on. We know what we're in right now. We're in a bullish channel. Okay. Although we are at a level where it could potentially generate a reversal lower. Okay. If we do get a break below this channel, that would be enough for me. Not just a break. I need a break and close. I've seen breaks, no close. If I get a break and close, I could be enticed to it for a move back down to VWAP, back down to ADR low. Price would be up here at ADR to go short. All right. But again, I'm going to be looking for the same kind of price event. I'm going to be looking for a break of channel to the downside. All right. Okay. So let's take a look at last market. Last but not least. Okay. And that's the Dow. All right. So the Dow is showing a little bit more bullish. Okay. I'm going to forego the higher time frame. Okay. Because I suspect, well, actually, you know what? It's a little bit different, and it's different enough for me to at least take a peek. All right. So taking a peek here at the daily, again, we're starting to see same kind of reaction. So we're going to remove some of these drawings because they're troubling. Here we are. We kind of breached through and reacted away from a daily zone. Okay. Similar to what we saw in not quite as identical to ES. YM has his own flavor of that reversal here. Okay. But we are reversing. All right. Away from a level that was demand. Okay. So 4 hour. Okay. Similar kind of view. We have a series of candles that indicate that we could see higher pricing. Now, again, have we broken any structure to the upside yet? Technically, no, right? We are just in a bearish channel so far. Nothing's really been broken to the downside as of yet. Can it? Yes, absolutely. Okay. We are challenging it as we speak. Now, if I get a close above, then my view can change. 30-minute, 30-minute chart. All right. So here we are. We're up against the settlement price. Okay. Gonna zoom in here as much as I can. Okay. We're at settlement price, and we are developing a bullish shelving around settlement. Okay. Up against a channel. All right. Let's go ahead and do our fixed range profile business. So we're going to locate the 930 bar, drag that across to the 430 bar. There we have it. Okay, so we are back inside value. The Dow looks a little bit more bullish to me than the other markets. Okay, now it could change, but right now it's looking a little bit more bullish. It's price action indicates to me that we might be headed for higher prices, but we are up against a level that could generate some reversals. So as long as I stay in this channel to the upside, I have to think long. All right. Now, problem for me is this long is not a discount long. It's a retail long. All right. A discount long would be down at these levels that we're going to be talking about here in a minute. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's locate what ADR high is for the Dow. So ADR high for the Dow is what was it? 38. Stretch this out a little bit. 38,270, I want to say. 38,270. 38,270. ADR high. ADR low is, what is ADR low? ADR low looks like to be 37,748. 37,748. And then settlement is, what does the indicator tell me it is? 3807. 38,007. Okay. So yeah. So again, similar to my view that we've discussed already. All right. We've already established the levels that I'd like to participate in the market. We're at a level now that could produce a reversal lower. All right. But I need to see a break below this channel in order for me to, I guess, align with that view. Otherwise, I'm going to need to wait, at least for the bulls, to wait for some price action that would allow me to participate in the market. Maybe it's IB edge, because I'm not really keen on buying up at the top, up at what's perceived at least a recent top. Okay. All right. I'm going to pop in here and see if there's any questions. Yes, we always want to wait for some confirmation. We just don't jump in at any random location, right? Show us the demand zone, please. Oh, I think I did that. Thank you. Like button. Yes. So you draw it at the previous time. It was around the price. Got it. Okay. Wait for confirmation. Yes. Ziggy. Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. If anything, don't be afraid to hit the like button as you exit the doors here. If anything that I shared is of value and you could take into the markets and profit from, if you're not a subscriber, I would encourage you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Danala Decat. And as I close every session, trade well, trade safe, and ultimately be a market trader. All right, guys, have a good day trading. And no group coaching today, guys. No group coaching. All right, so no group coaching today. All right, I'll see you guys in the rooms.